Hey, good morning. Good morning. Oh, sorry. Good afternoon, my friends. Good afternoon, my friends. How's everybody doing out there? And guess what? Today is Monday, January 17th, as we are observing the the legacy and the memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. for his birthday. And I would like to state for the record that if it wasn't for Martin Luther King, a lot of our civil rights would not have been the bills have would not have been passed. We wouldn't even be able to vote. And one of the things that you have to realize, you have to be important, that you got to remember that if it wasn't for that generation, we wouldn't be here right now. So if you have any elders that was part of the civil rights movement, talk to them and thank them and listen to the stories, because that's the stories that they can't teach you in history books. When you have actual people that was there on the front line, they can tell you what it was like. And I was fortunate enough because my great grandparents, my grandparents, and my aunts and uncles were part of the civil rights movement. Um, but some of you don't know, my aunts and uncles integrated T.C. Williams. Um, in fact, the movie Remember the Titans had featured one of my cousins was mentioned in there, P.D. Jones. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a lot of people don't know this, but your family's history is part of the civil rights movement. So if you have elders in your family, talk to them. Talk to them. That's the best history you ever have. So, with that being said, I know you guys are looking forward to your spiritual rearmament for today, January 17th, 2022. And your spiritual rearmament comes from 1 Peter 5:10. See right there, 1 Peter 5:10. And it states, in his kindness, God called you to share in his eternal glory by means of Christ Jesus. So after you have suffered a little while, he will restore, support, and strengthen you, and he will place you on a firm foundation. And what does that mean? It means you're going to have to do a little more suffering. We all going to have to suffer until the day comes when he restores us in his name. It's kind of like the civil rights movement. It was uh, a very momentous occasion. Tumultuous times. It was very struggling times in the 50s and 60s, because you had people that were embedded in the old ways, and then you have somebody that comes up and shakes the foundation, just like Jesus Christ shook the, the foundation in his time. You have to think it like that. There were people back in his time that had a certain way of doing things, and everything was on an even flow. Nobody questioned until Jesus came in and showed us that there was another way, a radical, in their ideas was a radical way. Same thing right now with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and all those civil rights pioneers. It was some that was bucking against the traditional ways of doing things. Same thing right now. We're going through a lot of changes right now in these past years of decades. And I'm gonna tell you right now, things have changed a lot. With the civil rights movement, we had a black president, and now we got a first black female vice president. How can you say that? Can you believe that? We had a black president, and now we have a black female vice president. And I'm gonna tell you right now, A lot of things didn't have to be traditional. Um, it will shake up the foundation, so a different way. That's why I applaud Barack Obama, and believe it or not, even Donald Trump. I applaud those two guys, and I will say that in the same breath. And the reason why I said that is because of the simple fact they went on different paths to get to become president. Barack Obama did not have to be a mayor, did not have to be a governor. He was a senator, a charismatic senator, kind of like John Kennedy. And I'm going to tell you, in a lot of ways, he was like John Kennedy. Very charismatic, very well spoken, and well loved by everybody. The same goes for Donald Trump to a lesser degree. Donald Trump showed that you don't have to be a career politician to run for president. Now, the only drawback was if he would have done it right and kept everything in check, we might have had another president coming up through the ranks who isn't a career politician. That's the problem with society. Society is so embedded with old traditional ways, but sometimes the old ways doesn't pan out. You got more and more young voters out there now who don't care about the political aspect, don't care about the political foundation on how the political parties run, because a lot of the political parties are embedded in, with negativity. Do they really care about the people? No. They say they do, but they don't. The only time they care about the people is when it's time for every 4 years or every 2 years when it's election time. That's when they start caring, quote unquote. The same thing goes for Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, before Jesus Christ came, there was a certain set of ways of things that was done. The Pharisees knew the word, but they interpret the word in their own way. But the people didn't see the word. They couldn't hear the word. They had to hear it. They couldn't read it for themselves. So they figured whatever the Pharisees say was the word. And they had to go by what the Pharisee says. But guess what? Jesus came on this earth and showed us that there was another way. And he fulfilled all those prophecies. Even though the Pharisees and the Hebrews did not believe he was the Messiah. Because in their mind, he talked a good game, but he did not fit the profile of what they thought was a Messiah. A Messiah was supposed to be coming in flowing in royalty. That's what I'm going to say to you. I usually don't get political, but the next president that we have, he's going to come. He or she's going to come from the ranks that we would never believe. They're going to understand. They're going to come through from the depths of poverty and move their way up. They're going to struggle. They're going to be transparent. They're going to say, hey, I know what's it like to be poor. I was poor. I was raised in the ghettos. I fought and scrapped and saved and moved my way up the ladder. Because I believe in those words: integrity, moral, commitment, selfless service. Those are words to the common man. They don't mean nothing, but to people that served their country, It means the world. And it's the rules that they live by. That's what 1 Peter 5:10 is all about. Yes, we're going to struggle. Yes, we are doing our trials and tribulations. But guess what? The day will come when God will come down and he's going to look at the people who struggled for him in his name, and he's going to rise them up and support them as long as they believe in Jesus Christ. And that's what you got to do. You got to believe in Jesus. Don't believe in fellow man, because man will lie, man will manipulate, man will steal. That's how man is. So guess what? Believe in Jesus Christ, believe in God, and you shall prevail. You shall overcome. And guess what? You have just been rearmed for today. As always, peace and one love. And always remember, yesterday is history, and tomorrow's a mystery, and today is a gift. And what do you do when you receive a gift? You say thank you. And I want to thank you for allowing me to come into your life and rearm you spiritually each and every weekday morning, afternoon, or evening here at Warrior Base Tango Ministries. I am Deacon Terrence Trotman, and always listen to your elders, talk to your elders, learn from your elders. And to Dr. Martin Luther King, I want to thank you for showing us the way. God bless. Have a blessed day. Be safe out there. Okay? Especially those in the Northeast, in the Mid-Atlantic states. Be blessed. Talk to you later. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.